Hey guys, I'm Kay Bear. Welcome to our channel and welcome to our new cuddy cabin. I'm going to show you all how we set up our cuddy cabin for an overnight stay on the water. And stay tuned, you're watching Two Bears Outdoors. And when you're in the market looking for a used boat, it can be really exciting, but we also found that it could be very exhausting at the same time. Originally, we were looking for a 25 to 26 foot cuddy cabin. So when we started looking, we were actually looking on the internet, and we found a lot of different private sellers, but we also found that it's very difficult sometimes to deal with private sellers. Not that they're trying to be difficult, but it's just sometimes they're not thinking about everything that you need to see to try to help make your decision. And the one thing that we found, which kind of blew, whoa, hold on folks. Sorry folks, we're out at anchor, but there's some boats that are going by us, and so we've got a lot of wave action going on, so bear with us. Hopefully you all won't get seasick from the video. I'm feeling a little green right now as it is. So when you're looking for a cuddy cabin boat, Walkaround Cuddy Cabin, one of the main things, of course, you want to see the outside, you want to see what condition it's in, but you also want to see inside. And that's one thing that we found, that a lot of people, when they're trying to sell a boat with the cabin, they give you 100 pictures of every angle of the outside of the boat, the motor, the trailer. That's all great. You need to see all of that. But you got to see the cabin, because that boat could look fabulous on the outside and the cabin be a dump because they've not taken care of it. So Gus had to go back and forth a lot with a lot of different sellers, because the boat that they had a boat that we were interested in, but yet there were no pictures of the cabin, or there was just one and you could just barely see anything in it. So, you know, note to people, if you're trying to sell a cuddy cabin boat, make sure you include pictures of the inside, please. It'll really help save you time and trouble as well as the person looking to buy. In addition to all of that, we found out that it's very time consuming for us as well as the seller. We have to get with the seller, we have to agree on a time to go and meet and look at the boat, and then you get there and the boat looks great, but then you start looking at all these little things and you're finding, okay, well, this doesn't work or that doesn't work, which we understand it's a used boat, you know, and the older the boat, the more little problems or issues it's going to have. A lot of these little issues are not deal breakers. It's just little things that, you know, we like to know up front. When we were selling our boat, we try to make sure to tell, okay, you know, it's got this, it's got this, it's got this. You want to be honest with the people that are looking to buy. They're going to respect you more for that, and sometimes that can make a difference between you selling the boat and you not, because if the person that's looking to buy finds some certain issues that it's not a huge deal, but it is a little bit of a deal. If you're not up front and tell them and they find it, that may sway them in a different direction. So, you know, you have to look at the boat, you get there, and then after you look at it, okay, let's say you get there, the cabin's not great, but it's okay. Okay, then you gotta take it out. You gotta do a sea trial as well. So that takes more time, more money. So, you know, there's a lot of little things that go into trying to buy a used boat and buying it from a private seller, because you've got to work with your schedule and theirs as well. So there's a lot of different things that you have to look into when you're considering buying a used boat. The boat, of course, itself has to be in good condition, in good shape. The motor, that's a huge thing. You know, you can have a fabulous boat, but if the motor won't run, you're dead in the water. So you've got to make sure that your motor's in good shape. Also, you need to really check that motor over good. If you're looking to buy a used boat, if you don't know anything about motors, take somebody with you that does. We have a friend that he's a captain. He knows everything about boat motors, and he was That boat actually had water in the oil in the lower unit, which was a huge issue. And so we were grateful that he was there, because we wouldn't have known to look at that. We would have thought, oh yeah, it looks like it runs great. So this motor, again, he checked it out and it's tip-top condition. Again, the trailers, we've looked at some other boats that the trailer is kind of worn out, falling apart, rusting, whatever. So the trailer, you want to make sure that it's in good condition. We've looked at some other boats that the trailer was falling apart. It had some rusting areas, you know, it just wasn't good. Because again, that's what's going to haul your boat to and from. So you got to make sure that it's in good shape. So all that other stuff being said, the reason we decided on the little bit smaller boat was because the other ones that we were looking at, yeah, they had a bigger cabin, they had a few more amenities inside, and they had a lot more headroom as well. But on the outside, the walk-around part, it was very, very narrow. You know, if the bigger the walk-around outside, you're gonna lose space inside. And that's what has happened. That's the way this one is. We've got a big gunnel area outside to be able to walk. So those are certain things that we were looking at. Also, this boat came with a brand new trailer. The owner had it on a brand new trailer, a 2020 trailer. The motor's in excellent condition. It's a 4-stroke Honda, 200 horsepower. And so far we found it to be an awesome motor. It runs great. We're really enjoying it. So all this being said, this is how we ended up with this boat. We're very happy with our decision. Again, we had to adjust a little bit and get this cabin workable for us. Not as big as we wanted, but you know what? We are notorious for being able to make things work. If you've seen any of our other videos of our smaller boat, our Scout, you know, we were able to figure out a way to go out and camp out on that boat. This is the view. This and we were pretty comfortable as well. So, and it is a lot smaller than this one and no cabin. So we've got this kind of made comfortable the way we want it. We're loving it. We really enjoy being out on it. And it's great when you have a cabin, you can just stay out on the water. You don't have to go in and go out and pull it home and pull it back. So yeah, we're very happy with our choice. So I'm going to start off with my side. As you can see, I've got these kind of V-shaped pillows. These berths, it's got a thin cushion. They're not the most comfortable things in the world. So I've got some back issues, and these are kind of special for my back. So we ordered some that are a little more narrow, and they fit really well on my side. So you can see we've got our nice little throw blankets, nice Christmas present from my mother. We have matching ones. You can see Gus has his over here. And of course I put some sheets on there, and then you've got your pillows. And then of course our Cuddy has this little ledge on the side. So you can see, you know, it's a great place to store things. You know, Gus has got his inspirational book here that he keeps. So, yeah, this is great for my side. And now I'll kind of show you. I have to do his a little bit differently. His side, what we've got are, see if I can find a good way to show you. We've got a couple of these things. These are what you would put in like a tent. So these are to put like in a tent to sleep on, and like on top of a mattress or something. And they have a valve right here. So when you open that valve, they auto-inflate a little bit by themselves. And then if you want it just a little more cushiony, you can blow in there and put a little more air in. So you can see they're not real thick, but they're cushiony. So they really help with the comfort. And we have two of them because this is what we use in our tent cots. I don't know if you've seen our video where we sleep in our tent cots. So we use them in there. So I've got both of them over here. Is I put a sleeping bag over the top of those so he's not sticking on that stuff, because that'll make him hot. Our other throw blanket that my mother got us for Christmas. Again, like I said, we love them. They're fabulous, and look at the pretty little anchors. So he's got that if he needs it. Gus usually stays pretty hot at night, so he doesn't need it that much. But usually early in the wee hours of the morning, he might get a little cool. So we've got that. So yeah, I mean, it's a small cuddy cabin. It's not the smallest, but it's definitely not big. But we make it work. So I hope this video was helpful to you. I hope you enjoyed it as well. And you're watching Two Bears Outdoors.